โอเคค่ะเทสรันคิวนะคะกล่าวต้อนรับพี่ๆทีมสื่อมวลชนนะคะแล้วก็แขกผู้มีเกียรติทุกท่านนะคะแล้วก็จะเริ่มเข้าสู่การขออนุญาตเรียนเชิญนะคะคุณสุทธิดาสวัสดิ์ชูโตค่ะผู้บริหารจาก Crystal Home นะคะกล่าวขึ้นมาต้อนรับแขกผู้มีเกียรติทุกท่านค่ะ
คุณสุธิดาจะใช้ไม้เบอร์2นะคะค่ะอันนี้เป็นตัวแทนนะคะ1 2 3 4ขอบคุณค่ะ
ขอบคุณคุณสุทธิดานะคะต่อไปนะคะจะเรียนเชิญคุณแคทเธอรีนาคลอสนะคะเป็นหัวหน้าฝ่ายการตลาดประจำภูมิภาคเอเชียแปซิฟิกจาก Villeroy and Boch ค่ะ
เทสไม้เบอร์3นะคะสวัสดีค่ะขอบคุณมากค่ะ
โอเคค่ะแล้วก็ขอบคุณนะคะจากทาง Crystal Home ด้วยนะคะต่อไปนะคะจะเป็นการมอบของที่ระลึกนะคะจากคุณอภิเจตคอร์ค่ะมอบ2ท่านนะคะโอเคค่ะเสร็จแล้วก็ถ่ายโฟโต้เซสชันนี้นะคะค่ะลำดับต่อไปนะคะเรียนเชิญคุณณภาพรทองพูนค่ะผู้บริหารจาก Crystal Home ค่ะมอบของที่ระลึกให้กับคุณพัชรดาอินแปลงจาก Shermaker ค่ะแล้วก็ถ่ายรูปเซตที่2ค่ะโอเคค่ะเรียนเชิญนะคะจากทาง Cash ท่านแรกนะคะ Florian Colors นะคะแล้วก็คุณเซบาสเตียนชไนเดอร์นะคะแล้วก็คุณอภิเจตค่ะขอบคุณนะคะเมื่อกี้5ท่านนะคะแล้วก็บวกเพิ่มนะคะเป็นคุณแคทเธอรีนาคลอสนะคะแล้วก็คุณสุทธิดาสวัสดิ์ชูโตค่ะสุทธิภาขออภัยค่ะขอบคุณ7ท่านนะคะแล้วก็เข้ามานะคะต้อนรับดูวิดีโอ presentation ค่ะ
Gutes Design oder auch gelungenes, erfolgreiches ist, wenn es am Ende von den Menschen, die es ja benutzen, dann so gewertschätzt wird.
Funktionales Produkt, was nüchtern und technisch wirkt, funktioniert für mich nicht. Hat dann diese Zugänglichkeit nicht. Aber nur ein dekoratives Produkt, das sind überhaupt nicht wir so, das passt gar nicht zu uns. Und deswegen versuchen wir immer eine Balance, eine Ausgewogenheit zu finden zwischen diesen beiden Parametern Funktion und Emotion. Es ging um das Thema, was wir überlegt haben, so sollte es sein.
So sollte es sein, genau so sollte es sein.
โอเคค่ะแล้วก็ตอนนี้เข้ามานะคะจะส่งเข้าเป็นช่วง Design Talk นะคะช่วงแรกนะคะก็คือจากทาง Cash ค่ะ
นี่เป็น presentation นะคะ35สไลด์ที่35นะคะค่ะจะหน่วงนิดนึงนะคะ presentation นะคะก็ระหว่างนี้นะคะตั้งแต่สไลด์ที่ 1 ถึงสไลด์ที่ 34 นะคะจะไม่มีเสียงนะคะแล้วก็เราจะมีการเปิดเสียงในสไลด์ที่ 35 นะคะโอเค
Gutes Design oder auch gelungenes, erfolgreiches ist, wenn es am Ende von den Menschen, die es ja benutzen, dann so gewertschätzt wird.
Funktionales Produkt, was nüchtern und technisch wirkt, funktioniert für mich nicht. Hat dann diese Zugänglichkeit nicht. Aber nur ein dekoratives Produkt, das sind überhaupt nicht wir so, das passt gar nicht zu uns. Und deswegen versuchen wir immer eine Balance, eine Ausgewogenheit zu finden zwischen diesen beiden Parametern Funktion und Emotion. Es ging um das Thema Perfect Imperfection und Produkt inspiriert von der Natur. Und dann sind wir irgendwann auf diesen Tautropfen gestoßen.
Dass man die Natur sich in das Bad holt, finde ich total spannend.
Wer hat das schon zu Hause im Badezimmer, wo jetzt wirklich beide Welten zusammenkommen? So eine Wärme, so eine Zugänglichkeit und so einen sanften Charakter.
Erstmal waren wir eigentlich auf der Suche nach einer perfekten, nicht perfekten Form sozusagen. Ausgehend von da haben wir dann diese ganze Kollektion durchgespielt.
Wie der Tautropfen auch, jeder Tropfen hat eine andere Form, ist individuell. Da fanden wir es total passend, auch wirklich nicht einfach nur das mittlere Becken kleiner und größer zu skalieren, sondern haben wirklich weitere Formen noch entwickelt.
Wir haben ja die Keramik gemacht, wir haben die Möbel gemacht, wir haben die Badewanne entworfen, wir haben Spiegel entworfen, wir haben Armaturen entworfen. Weil es so viele Komponenten auch hat, war es uns extrem wichtig, dass es so ein harmonisches Zusammenspiel gibt.
Die Historie des Unternehmens Villeroy & Boch, dieses Know-how, diese Erfahrung, das überhaupt möglich zu machen, das ist auf jeden Fall auch eine Ebene, die für uns eine wichtige Rolle spielt.
Wenn es am Ende eine Ruhe ausstrahlt und eine Geste von Willkommensein aussagt. Das ist eigentlich so dieses Bild, was ich immer so vor Augen habe bei der ganzen Kollektion.
Zu sehen, dass dann wirklich diese Stimmung, die wir uns da überlegt haben, total übertragen wird von dem Produkt. Also wirklich, ich bin darauf zugelaufen und hatte so ein angenehmes Gefühl irgendwie in mir und dachte mir, ah ja, das ist gut. Das ist so, wie wir es uns überlegt haben. So sollte es sein.
So sollte es sein, genau so sollte es sein.
โอเค อันนี้คือสมมุติว่าจบแล้วนะคะ แล้วก็เข้ามานะคะเชิญ Tray Maker ต่อค่ะ
ค่ะ ขอ presentation ด้วยนะคะ ค่ะ นี่เป็น presentation ของคุณพัชรดานะคะ ก็เดี๋ยวเราจะวางเก้าอี้ให้ 1 ตัวนะคะ ก็ทั้ง move สามารถ move กลางซ้ายขวาได้เลยนะคะ วางเก้าอี้ไว้ 1 ตัวเผื่อเมื่อยนะคะ ทั้งหมดอยู่ที่63 สไลด์นะคะ ใกล้จบแล้วนะคะ
โอเคนะคะ ขอบคุณจากทาง Tray Maker นะคะลำดับต่อไปก็จะเป็นช่วง Q&A ค่ะ Q&A เดี๋ยวฟ้าอยู่ข้างๆเนาะโอเค Q&A เสร็จนะคะ Q&A โอเค ค่ะ พอจบ Q&A นะคะ ก็คือขอบคุณนะคะ แล้วก็ close ค่ะ สวัสดีค่ะ ขอบคุณมากค่ะ สวัสดีแขกผู้มีเกียรติทุกท่านนะคะ ดีไซเนอร์ทุกคนนะคะ แล้วก็พี่ๆสื่อมวลชนด้วยค่ะ วันนี้นะคะเราจะต้อนรับเข้าสู่งาน Art 4D Design Talk โดย Crystal Home และ Willow Roy and Bock นั่นเองค่ะ ภายใต้หัวข้อในวันนี้นะคะก็คือ In Touch with Nature Crafting Sustainable Design ค่ะ วันนี้อยู่กับฝ้ายเอมิสารักษ์สยามนะคะ รับหน้าที่เป็นพิธีกรดูแลทุกๆคนเลยนะคะ วันนี้เป็นเรียกว่าโชคดีมากแล้วไฟก็ตื่นเต้นมากเนาะเพราะเราจะได้เจอกับ2สตูดิโอนะคะที่เดินทางมาไกลเลยสตูดิโอแรกเนี่ยเดินทางมาจากประเทศเยอรมนีเนาะหลายๆคนน่าจะมาแบบแล้วก็เห็นคอลเลกชันนี้แล้วนะคะกับ Untold Collection นั่นเองนะคะซึ่งสตูดิโอนี้เมื่อกี้ได้พูดคุยกับเขาเนาะเขาเป็นสตูดิโอที่ใส่ใจกับเรื่องการ Product Design ที่เขาทำอยู่แล้วแต่ก็ยังมองไปที่องค์รวมด้วยคือมองไปถึงเรื่องของ Lighting Design Art Direction คือคิดทุกดีเทลเลยคือเห็นทั้งภาพใหญ่แล้วก็ลงดีเทลในเรื่องของงานด้วยนะคะอีกสตูดิโอหนึ่งอันนี้ไฟก็ตื่นเต้นมากเลยนะคะเพราะว่าเป็นบิ๊กแฟนของเขาเลยนะคะกับ Shermaker นั่นเองนะตอนนี้หลายๆคนน่าจะเห็นงานของเขาตอนนี้แบบอย่าง Aesop ที่ทองหล่อคือดังมากๆเลยเนาะเขาบอกว่าจริงๆเนี่ยเขา study เรื่องวัสดุของทุกที่แบบลงรายละเอียดมากๆนะคะ experiment เรื่องวัสดุ โดยที่ทุกงานเนี่ยมันจะเป็นวัสดุที่มาจากพื้นถิ่นตรงนั้นฟังแบบนี้แล้วไฟว่าช่วงดีไซน์ทอล์กน่าสนใจสุดๆเลยนะคะแต่ก่อนที่เราจะไปถึงตรงนั้นนะคะไฟขออนุญาตเรียนเชิญนะคะคุณสุทธิภาสวัสดิ์ชูโตค่ะผู้บริหารจาก Crystal Home นะคะกล่าวต้อนรับทุกคนขอเสียงปรบมือดังๆเลยค่ะ
ค่ะขอบคุณทุกท่านที่มาร่วมงานในวันนี้นะคะ Thank you so much for being here today. Well, today is the first international designer talk of Crystal Home and Art 4D, and we're really excited. So today we'll hear the inspirations behind the infamous Untold collection, and we'll also hear how sustainability plays a key role in the design process. So thank you, Florian and Sebastian, for being here with us today. They fly all the way from Germany to be here with us, and we're really excited to hear their perspectives. ขอบคุณค่ะ
ขอบคุณค่ะ ขอบคุณคุณสุทธิภามากๆเลยนะคะ ต่อไปนะคะไฟขออนุญาตเรียนเชิญต่อเลยนะคะ ขอเรียนเชิญคุณแคทเธอรีนาคลอสนะคะ เป็นหัวหน้าฝ่ายการตลาดประจำภูมิภาคเอเชียแปซิฟิกจาก Willow Roy and Bock นั่นเองค่ะ so please join me welcome Miss Katerina Klotz Head of Marketing APAC from Willow Roy and Bock ขอเสียงปรบมือค่ะ
Sawadika and welcome. A warm welcome to all ladies and gentlemen that made their way here today. And I'm really excited having you here on a Saturday afternoon. Thank you for taking the time. It is my second time now to share the stage with Kun Sudhipa. Last year, we opened together the showroom in the CDC, where a few of you already attended. And this year, we come to you on a completely different mission and gonna introduce the wonderful duo behind Kashkash and the Antau collection design to you. Antau is our premium collection that has been doing very, very well and won multiple design awards. And they will tell you all the background story. Since the last year, a lot of things have happened in Willow and Bock, and we are also excited to embark on the journey with you. We have just acquired a new company that is very renowned in Germany called Ideal Standard that will bring a lot of more technology and innovations to our brand in the future with their competence in faucets and taps. But for today, we will focus on a very classic and core material of our company as the ceramics is, but also that collections comes with all the other parts that you would see in the complete bathroom. So I'm really excited to welcome very soon Kashkash here on the stage, and I hope you have a very pleasant afternoon with us. And again, thanks for joining everyone here. Thank you.
Thank you so much ขอบคุณนะคะ Miss Katerina Klotz หลังจากนี้นะคะไฟขออนุญาตเรียนเชิญนะคะคุณอภิจิต Kaur ค่ะหัวหน้าฝ่ายขายประจำประเทศไทยนะคะแล้วก็ประเทศในเอเชียจาก Willow Roy and Bock นั่นเองค่ะมอบของที่ระลึกนะคะให้กับ Keynote Speaker ของเรานะคะ Cashcast Studio นั่นเองค่ะ so please join me welcome Mr. Abhijit Kaur Head of Sales ROA for Willow Roy and Bock on the stage to present the souvenirs to Cash สวัสดีค่ะ to Mr. Florian Callas and Sebastian Schneider. Each, please. Thank you. Can a little bit slower? Okay, thank you for your photo session. ขอบคุณ Crystal Home และ Willow Roy and Bock ด้วยนะคะ ที่จัดกิจกรรมดีๆ แบบนี้ให้กับเรานะคะ ขออนุญาตถ่ายภาพเซตหนึ่งนะคะ so please wait on the stage that side thank you ลำดับต่อไปนะคะ เรียนเชิญนะคะคุณณภาพรทองพูนนะคะผู้บริหารจาก Crystal Home นะคะมอบของที่ระลึกให้กับคุณพัชรดาอินแปลงจาก Shellmaker ค่ะ ขอเป็นช่วง Photo Session เร็วๆไปสักครู่นะคะแล้วเดี๋ยวเราจะเข้าช่วง Design Talk กันนะคะโอเคแล้วขออนุญาตถ่ายภาพ5ท่านร่วมกันนะคะ Please join me on the stage again for a photo session Okay Thank you 5ท่านก่อนนะคะ ขออภัยนะคะ พื้นที่ข้างหน้า อาจจะรบกวนนิดนึง ขอบคุณค่ะ On the right please thank you ภาษาอังกฤษค่ะ ภาษาอังกฤษค่ะ สวยมากครับ Relax thank you Thank you so much. Please stay on the stage. เชิญอีก2ท่านนะคะ So please welcome again Miss Katerina Klaas and คุณสุทธิภาสวัสดิ์ชูโต from Crystal Home. อีกเซสชั่นหนึ่งนะคะ ขอบคุณทุกคนที่เดินทางมาในวันเสาร์แบบนี้เนอะวันนี้ฝนอาจจะตกนิดนึงนะคะ แต่ว่าช่วงดีไซน์ทอล์กของเราวันนี้ทั้ง2สตูดิโอน่าสนใจมากๆจริงๆนะคะขอบคุณมากค่ะ Thank you so much โอเคงานของเราแบบกระชับมากนะคะถ่ายรูปเสร็จแล้วนะคะเดี๋ยวเราจะเข้าสู่ช่วงเซสชั่นของ Design Talk ของเราแล้วนะคะอย่างที่บอกไปเนอะหลายๆคนมาเพื่อสิ่งนี้เลยนะก็คือเราจะได้พบกับ Untold Collection นะคะแต่ว่านอกจากนั้นเราจะได้เห็น Inspiration ต่างๆของเขาเนอะนอกจากการคิดงาน Product Design ลงไปถึง Detail Element ต่างๆเนอะ Untold Collection เนี่ยแต่ละชิ้นงานเนี่ยมันไม่เหมือนกันเลยนะคะ Inspiration มาจากแบบน้ำค้างค่ะซึ่งมันมีความนุ่มนวลแล้วก็ Inspire มาจากความเป็นธรรมชาติแต่อย่างที่บอกว่าสตูดิโอนี้เนี่ยเขาไม่ได้โฟกัสแค่ Product Design แต่ว่าเขามองไปถึงภาพรวมทั้งหมดเลยหมายความว่า Lighting ที่จะลงในงานของ Collection เขาจะเป็นยังไง Art Direction Branding ที่ทำงานร่วมกับลูกค้าเป็นยังไงนะคะแล้วก็ Untold Collection นี้ไฟบอกเลยนะว่าเดินทางแบบทั่วโลกเลยนะคะตอนนี้คือไปไต้หวันมาแล้วนะคะเพิ่งไปเปิดตัวที่ไต้หวันแล้วเดี๋ยวก็จะไปเปิดตัวที่ยุโรปด้วยนะคะเพราะฉะนั้นไม่ให้เป็นการเสียเวลานะคะขอเสียงปรบมือดังๆให้กับ Kasha Studio ค่ะขออนุญาตเซตแป๊บหนึ่งนะคะโอเคเรียบร้อยนะคะงั้นมอบพื้นที่ให้กับ2ท่านนะคะ
Hello everybody.
Sawadee krap.
Thank you very much for the invitation and your warm welcome. Within the next, let's say, 30 to 40 minutes, we will briefly introduce ourselves and we will talk about us, our work, what we have done so far in our career. And then, of course, we will talk about the Untold collection and especially the collaboration with VNB. And we will tell you the whole story, the whole process, how this collection came alive.
Yeah, I would also like to thank VNB for inviting us for this exciting journey, because for me it's the first time being here in Bangkok, and I would like to shout out a special thanks to Savita. I don't know if she's here, but hopefully she hears me, because she's the one who guided us through the whole trip. It was really hectic and a tight schedule, and without her, we would have been lost. So yeah, it's a pleasure to have her around. So I would really like to thank you.
There she
and
is.
appreciate it a lot.
Thank you so much, Savita.
Okay, let's start with the fun part. Yeah, Kashkash, that's our name. And where does it come from? It's a composition of our last names. So Florian's last name is Kallos, starts with a K-A. My last name is Schneider, starts with a S-C-H. And then we just took it twice to have one Kash for each of us. And that's where the name comes from. We started our own studio 13 years ago now in Cologne, in a charming backyard, and we are focused in the field of designing furniture, home accessories, and now also sanitary ware.
Yes, and also lighting. So
Oh,
we
yes.
have a so we have a wide range of products we design or we designed so far, and this is like a picture of us being a bit younger. Like there's something written. It says being a duo is a collaboration, is a crucial aspect of our work. Discussion is key, and this is somehow our design approach. So what we discovered during the journey, like working together, that talk to each other or discuss about all the projects or all the details during the design process is for us is key, and is a big benefit to make a better product.
And also listen to each other. That's
Yes.
also really important. And it's also important from my point of view, what I've learned over the past 13 years, to put your own ego aside, because for us it's important. It's not about us. It should be about the product and the result. That's what we try to improve over the years, and sometimes it's not easy. It's challenging, and sometimes it's really annoying to discuss with you. But it's part of our business, and it always ends in a better result.
So here you see some pictures from our studio, which is based in Cologne. This picture shows like the kind of the entrance area, and also where we have like a kitchen, and we have all the desk and where the computer work is done. And then the second picture is our backyard, and this one shows the workshop. So, and this is also very very important aspect of our work, because we both trained as cabinet makers. So we have a craft background in Germany. It is very common that you do this kind of apprenticeship, and it takes 3 years to become in our case a carpenter. So we have a background in craft, and then afterwards we got trained as or we went to university and studied product design. So this is like our education, and during the design process for us it's a it's extremely important for us to make mock-ups, to make prototypes, to build like different kind of things to be able to test or to talk about things. And of course we have like a 3D printer, but we also make mock-ups made of wood or metal or paper or all kind of materials, which helps during the process.
It's kind of the foundation of our company, the craftsmanship, and that also links us very much to V&B, and that was also the reason why right from the start we had a really good feeling to collaborate. I would also like to mention that our team is about five team members. So sorry, 5 team members. So we have a really small team, but yeah, we are really proud to realize such big project like the Antau collection is with such a small team. So that's pretty cool.
So here are an overview of the clients or the companies we are working with. Most of them are from Europe. You may know some of them, maybe Hey or Rolf Benz, or I don't know. Do you know some of them, or? Yeah. And of course also Villeroy & Boch. And this also shows how diverse our portfolio is. So it ranges from furniture to lighting to art direction to bathroom design. So many different areas of product design we are working in at the moment.
And to give you an idea, over the last 13 years, we have realized more than 200 projects, I would say. So really a lot.
Yeah, this picture gives you an overview of the diversity of our portfolio. So it ranges from indoor furniture to outdoor furniture, from modular sofa systems, table systems, lighting projects, and also we design a lot of like very small items such as furniture handles, as you see here. So this picture just wants we just have this picture or this slide in the presentation to underline how many different product categories we are working on.
Yeah, exactly. Always driven by our curiosity. So that was kind of also the reason, I guess, why we started the project with V&B, to dive into a new field. Yeah, here you see a few awards we've won over the last years. We won a couple of design awards. I think that's kind of a compliment. And looks like we are doing something right. It's always great to receive an award. And especially for the Antau collection, we received the Red Dot Award and the IF Award and also the German Design Award. So lots of awards. And yeah, we are really honored and proud.
So now we are starting to talk about the collaboration with B&B and how the whole project started. So like I think it was like 7 years ago or 8 years ago, they contacted us via email. So we just received an email by somebody from Villeroy & Boch saying, "Hey guys, would you be up to work with us?" Like very random email actually, and we were like, okay. Why not? And then we agreed on that we come to their factory, like the headquarter of V&B, and get to know all the people there, and also discovered the workshop, or let's say the production site. And there's like first picture, us walking in the production site, and this was for us like a magic moment because we were so impressed how big and how it has such a nice combination of craft, like so many people are working with their hands, are involved, and also like having these robots as you see here.
Yeah, it's really impressive. At that moment, I totally fall in love with the company because it was just so impressive to see that really like every single piece, like you see here, every single sink or wash basin is touched by hand and cleaned by hand with a sponge. The sewing lines are clean. So crazy to see this combination of technique and craft coming together and make these high quality products possible.
Yeah, and you also feel like the history and the heritage of the company. I mean, today the company is around 276 years old, so it has so much knowledge is in their company, and there's such a large history. And that was also very impressive for me when we went there to see all these old buildings, and they have their own castle, you know, and it's next to the river, and yeah, it was just an amazing feeling to be there.
Yeah, exactly. And at this certain point, we already learned from the experts of V&B that the ceramics is really a tricky material. It's hard to deal with it, and it has a lot of challenges. It's kind of a living material, so it moves and it shrinks when you put it in the oven. So I remember pretty good that at this point I already had the first ideas in mind, and this was like 7 years ago, because the engineers of V&B told us it's really tough to make a straight line with ceramics because it will
it will bend. But of course they can handle it. But it's not the nature of the material. It's a flowing material, and I had in mind, come on, let's create a product which reflects the characteristics of the ceramics in a really proper way. Here you see just a few more process steps in the production side. You see handmade cleaning, hand glazing, and as well the robots with the molds inside. Yeah, then a few years later, it was in 21, right? Yeah. In 21, we received a briefing from precisely, but it was inspired by nature. And as we are a studio well known for minimal and straightforward design, it was for us at that moment, oh, okay, that's going to be a challenge for us, but we always want to do the next step. As I said, we are kind of curious persons, so we just dived into it and we're searching for the perfect source of inspiration.
So when we received the briefing, as Sebastian said, it was kind of a challenge for us. So then we started to look for some kind of source of inspiration, and first we looked at raindrops, which we were already kind of fascinated, but later we discovered like dewdrops, and then we realized how beautiful dewdrops are and how balanced the shape of the dewdrops are, and so we started to look at them closer and took so many pictures of the dewdrops and started the whole like design process. Can you show me? Yes. Yeah, so here you see quite a few outline shapes of dewdrops, like we took pictures from, and then we were like sketching the outlines and put them all as an overlay on a 2D page. And then we were like looking for the one perfect shape for the sink at the end. And during the process, can you show the? Oh yeah, yeah. So me drawing.
Yeah, maybe I can add something. So, as I said, it was not easy for us to find the perfect inspiration. This dewdrop just gave it to us because it has this organic twist, but it's still minimal. And we knew from the very beginning of the briefing that it's going to be a holistic bathroom collection. It was not just, the plan was not just about designing a sink, or it was more about designing the whole bathroom and creating an atmosphere. And therefore it was super important for us finding an element which is really calm on the one hand, but still expressive enough to tell the whole organic story of bringing the nature into the bathroom.
Yes, so coming back to the design process, we had these different shapes, and as you see on the picture, we started to draw or use all these outlines from the pictures we took from the dewdrops, and we're looking for this one perfect shape. So we started in a 2D, like on paper, and then next step was like to create a 3D model out of the 2D shape. And that was kind of a tricky moment, because we realized that when we thought we had like a perfect shape in 2D, and then we brought it to a 3D shape, then we realized that it's much louder and much more expressive in 3D than it was in 2D. So we went from 3D to 2D again, made it even simpler, and then went back to 3D. And this is like was during the process what we did many times to finally find the perfect shape for the sink.
Yeah, and even the 2D contour was so hard to find. I haven't expected that, to be honest, because I thought, okay, we will do an organic design. It's probably a little easier than a really minimal, straightforward design. But now I can say it is not. It's like a millimeter in the shape changed a lot of the whole appearance. That was crazy experience during the process to me.
Yes, and during the process, we just to mention, we start like talking about and start with sketching, and then we took these pictures, and then of course we made like one-to-one prototypes, milled ones or 3D printed. Smaller scale was 1:5 or 1:10, and like this is like very usual for us to work on the project, like drawing. Then of course we work like on 3D models on the computer, and use all these different techniques to develop the process. And at the end of the design phase, we have usually like renderings, like CGIs, or sometimes even animation content to present it to our client. And this is actually where the design process ends. And if we are lucky, then the development phase of the process, or let's say the development to bring it into production starts.
Yeah, here you see that the first step was to find one shape, one perfect, let's call it perfect imperfect shape of the dewdrop of the one sink. And then we presented this concept to VNB, and they were really strongly convinced of the whole concept, and they asked us to make more sizes. And for us, it was directly clear that we will not gonna scale this shape, because a dewdrop, when you look to the dewdrop, each dewdrop has a different shape. Each dewdrop is unique. So should be every size of our sinks. So we created new shapes, new sizes, and add a smaller and a larger one to the collection. Here you see the shapes again. Medium, large, and small. I think it's not the right proportion, it's just a graphic. That's the smallest shape, by the way.
So here are some pictures from the let's say development / design process, which was kind of the same, or it has an overlay. So here are some of the guys who are working for us in the it's a 3D printed bathtub on the the bottom picture, or this was like a first mock-up of the what's the name again of this kind of sink? Vanity
wash basin, yeah.
Vanity wash basin, yeah. And like a 3D print in the middle above is like a 3D print of the tap. So like this is as I mentioned before, these are like all these different steps during the process. And of course we we share with them 3D files. They make like first samples, then we go back and then we make another 3D print to see if everything is all right. So this is like, we are very used to like this kind of process. This is what we do on a daily basis. This, what we do today, is not what we do on a daily basis.
And it maybe gives you already an idea of the scope of the entire collection, because when we finished the sink, we started the other project. It was way more than just designing a sink. As I already said, we've created faucets, bathtub, toilet seats. So the whole process took us, like I would say, around 1.5 to 2 years to develop the whole collection. And yeah, that was really intense. So at this time, we were really focusing on this project, because it wouldn't have been possible if we were not focusing on this, because it was not much time. If you compare it, for example, with other projects we had so far, like a sofa design is actually like taking 2 up to 3 years development time. So it's just one product, and this is an entire collection with so many products. So it was, yeah, it was crazy intense, but it was so much fun at the same time to work with the experts of VNB together. And it was really just possible because they were so efficient and productive that we have reached it to finalize the whole project to the fair.
Yes, and I think it's also good to mention at that point that before we started this project, we had no experience in ceramics. So they gave us they gave us a lecture, or let's say we had a workshop with them for 1 or 2 days, and they gave us all the informations, like where we have like the do's and don'ts within the material, or what's possible, what's not possible. And we are very thankful for the whole project, because we learned so much about the material, and also like it took us as designers on the next level, I think.
Yeah, so many first on this project, like first organic design for us, first time with ceramics, first bathtub, first sink, everything first. So yeah, really challenging. Here you see the scope of the entire collection again. We did surface-mounted wash basins, 3 sizes, vanity wash basins, also different sizes. The faucets, the faucet collection it's about 9 different pieces, like single lever mixer, concealed, and way more. So that's alone is a huge project for itself. You see a bathtub. We designed a toilet seat, and last but not least, the furniture and mirrors. It's also kind of the order of the whole development process. Without the furniture, I would say that was all the time parallel to the whole process. But we started really with a surface-mounted wash basin, because the ceramics in general were the most complicated products, and the products which need most of the time for the process. Yeah, let's talk about materials and colors, because that was also right from the start a big topic for us. Yeah, we tried to not just to design a sink, not just to design a faucet. Our goal was to create an atmosphere with this collection. And it's just possible if you use the right colors and materials. So we've created new colors. We've selected natural materials, picked earthly and warm colors to complete the whole collection. For example, we've created these new, oh, the laser pointer is not working. The green tone, it's the morning green we created. That's a new ceramic color, and it is inspired by the dewdrops, of course. But when you think of dewdrops, I don't think that you're really thinking of a green tone. Maybe you think more of a blue tone because it's water. But when we took the pictures in the forest, we noticed that the dewdrop is reflecting its surrounding, and it was always green and not blue. So we transferred this green into the collection.
Yes, and one of the big challenges for us was also to come up or to select or curate like all these colors and materials which will like mix and match very well. So you can easily combine all of them. Like you take this and that, and then it will always end up in a very well designed bathroom, which brings the feeling Sebastian described, that it's very well balanced. It's not too loud, so it transports some kind of a calmness, and this is what we wanted. And there was really like, this took a while to select all these different colors and materials and surfaces. And also speaking about surfaces, that we also invented the matte surface also within the wash basin and the furniture.
Yeah, the tactile experience in general was really important for us, because I mean, it's nice to look at a beautiful bathroom, but you use it, you touch it every single day, and that was right from the start, the idea that every surface is gently to touch. You have these hand flatterer lever of the faucet. You have the grooved floridrons, which are really nice to touch. The natural materials like the natural Botticino stone, or even the solid wood in oak and walnut. So everything is just super nice to touch, and yeah, that was super important for us.
So nice. Now comes a very nice step within the project. Can you show Here you see like the first prototypes out of the oven, and this is usually for us a very satisfying moment, because when you have worked on a project for such a long time, and it was for us, it was also in a very intense time. So, and then you get the call or the email. Can you come like next week? We have finished the first prototypes. This is it's such a cool moment, because you go there, and when it's like this, everybody was so happy about the results. So and we are, of course, also we were so satisfied with how it came out of the oven. So this is really we like in the previous presentation we said like the baby was born. You know, like this moment where you realize, okay, everything comes together, and now it makes sense. You know. And you get a very precise idea of what it will be in the future when it's out there used in projects, and people will use it.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of really put your soul into the product. It's the design process, like the tools of doing it, like the 3D drawings and so on, is one thing, but you're really emotionally bonded to the project, and so it's just, yeah, it's always for me, it's the most satisfying moment during the whole process. Yeah, now we would like to show you the final images of the Antau collection, and this is the first image we want to share. So this image shows how we see the collection, because we supported VNB during the process of finding the right language of showing the collection. And we really want to merge or blend the boundaries between in and out, so that you have the feeling of nature in your bathroom. And I think this image shows it pretty well, how it's bonded with each other.
Yeah, another two pictures of the collection. Also the tabs collection. There you see also like the different surfaces and the different heights on the right side, and I think here you get a bit of feeling of the matte surface.
Exactly, and you see kind of a top view of the sink here, and you also see the asymmetrical position of the faucet. It's not centered like you normally see it, and that was not the idea right from the start, but the shape of the dewdrop defines the position for the faucet itself, so it was quite clear for us, like the dewdrop is also asymmetrical, not to place there is no real center to an asymmetrical position, so it was clear to us to place it where the dewdrops it defines. Oh yeah, Red Dot NIF award we already mentioned. Here you see the sideboard of the collection with the grooved drawer fronts. We show these pictures because mainly we talk about the ceramics, but for me the furniture were pretty important in the whole collection, because we created with this furniture, for me, a calm base for everything. So we have these organic shapes which are a little bit more loud, more expressive, and then we have the counterpart of the furniture which are quite minimal, just really details with the grooves in the front, and yeah, it's really a balance for the whole collection.
Yeah, here you see again a few more pictures, and also the cabinets on the right side. And there you also see that we are playing with like plain fronts, and also like fronts with grooves, like, and usually where the grooves are, there's the areas where you touch, and the cabinets have like push to open mechanisms included, so when you push the front, then it will open. And I think we mentioned this before, like the toilet seat, the toilet cover, that we didn't design a complete toilet, but we designed the toilet seat, and the whole shape is also inspired by these tension surface. of dewdrops. So I think I'm actually very happy with this product.
Yeah, it was really a challenge because it was just the only link we had to the whole collection, just the seat and not the whole toilet. And in this case, the toilet seat, we not took the top view of the dewdrop because the toilet was defined and we couldn't just place an asymmetrical shape on the toilet. So we took a side view of the dewdrop and transferred the gently curved surface of this dewdrop to the seat. Here you see, from my point of view, before we shown I would say the feel-good oasis of Antaur, so all with the natural materials. That's what we had in mind when we designed it, but this picture also shows how versatile and how convertible Antaur is. So it's just the plain white version here, but for me it still looks amazing due to the exciting shapes and due to the structure in the fronts. It's still fantastic. Yeah, the bathtub, it was also really challenging to design this because it's a huge product, and to test the ergonomics was also not an easy task. And we started with a really simple mock-ups in our workshop to try and to find the right angles, and at a certain point we received from, and then of course we created the shape and the 3D data, and we sent it to VNB, and at one day we received the 3D printed mock-up you've seen the pictures before, and it was so cool to have the opportunity to really lay in it and feel how natural this bathtub feel. There are no distracting corners. You just slip into it and feels like maybe like the dewdrop. So it's so smooth. Yeah, one of my favorite products, to be honest, is also the vanity unit and the vanity wash basin. This time normally it's more like the dewdrop is put on top on the surface, but this time it's more like it is pressed smoothly into the surface.
Yeah, and this product came some kind of naturality to us because we started with the wash basin, and then later on during the process, the VNB asked us to make the vanity version. So, and then it was like it came somehow very quick to us, and it feels so naturally within the collection. This is what sometimes happens during the design process. Some parts are very hard to develop, to design, and some parts just come to you like a bird. You know, it's like very simple and easy.
And the long vanity unit with two surface-mounted wash basins. Here you see the material combination, walnut and botticino. It's also lovely. And last but not least, just a few inspiration pictures for you to, or better, how you can install and furnish your bathroom with Antaur. So the next page is just a short clip. It's roughly about 2 minutes. Yeah, just lean back and enjoy. Sorry, it's in German, so you have to read the subtitles, but we have no English version. Let's go for it.
Gutes Design oder auch gelungenes, erfolgreiches ist, wenn es am Ende von den Menschen, die es ja benutzen, dann so gewertschätzt wird.
Funktionales Produkt, was nüchtern und technisch wirkt, funktioniert für mich nicht. Hat dann diese Zugänglichkeit nicht. Aber nur ein dekoratives Produkt, das sind überhaupt nicht wir so, das passt gar nicht zu uns. Und deswegen versuchen wir immer eine Balance, eine Ausgewogenheit zu finden zwischen diesen beiden Parametern Funktion und Emotion. Es ging um das Thema Perfect Imperfection und Produkt inspiriert von der Natur. Und dann sind wir irgendwann auf diesen Tautropfen gestoßen.
Dass man die Natur sich in das Bad holt, finde ich total spannend.
Wer hat das schon zu Hause im Badezimmer, wo jetzt wirklich beide Welten zusammenkommen? So eine Wärme, so eine Zugänglichkeit und so einen sanften Charakter.
Erstmal waren wir eigentlich auf der Suche nach einer perfekten, nicht perfekten Form sozusagen. Ausgehend von da haben wir dann diese ganze Kollektion durchgespielt.
Wie der Tautropfen auch, jeder Tropfen hat eine andere Form, ist individuell. Da fanden wir es total passend, auch wirklich nicht einfach nur das mittlere Becken kleiner und größer zu skalieren, sondern haben wirklich weitere Formen noch entwickelt.
Wir haben ja die Keramik gemacht, wir haben die Möbel gemacht, wir haben die Badewanne entworfen, wir haben Spiegel entworfen, wir haben Armaturen entworfen. Weil es so viele Komponenten auch hat, war es uns extrem wichtig, dass es so ein harmonisches Zusammenspiel gibt.
Die Historie des Unternehmens Villeroy & Boch, dieses Know-how, diese Erfahrung, das überhaupt möglich zu machen, das ist auf jeden Fall auch eine Ebene, die für uns eine wichtige Rolle spielt.
Wenn es am Ende eine Ruhe ausstrahlt und eine Geste von Willkommensein aussagt. Das ist eigentlich so dieses Bild, was ich immer so vor Augen habe bei der ganzen Kollektion.
Zu sehen, dass dann wirklich diese Stimmung, die wir uns da überlegt haben, total übertragen wird von dem Produkt. Also wirklich, ich bin darauf zugelaufen und hatte so ein angenehmes Gefühl irgendwie in mir und dachte mir, ah ja, das ist gut. Das ist so, wie wir es uns überlegt haben. So sollte es sein.
So sollte es sein, genau so sollte es sein.
Yeah, that's it from our side. So
I don't know why. No.
I don't know how we continue.
Okay so I come ขอเสียงปรบมือดังๆให้ด้วยนะคะ so it should end with like the video
Normally there's
presentation
a
and
page with thank you and
okay thank you so much for your very inspiring session like we inspire how to get inspired and also like experiment until you find the perfect shape and also there is no boundary in design thank you so much
You're welcome. Thanks.
thank you so please take a race อันนี้คือแบบ inspire สุดๆนะคะเชื่อว่าหลายๆคนที่ฟังอยู่ก็น่าจะเห็นภาพเนาะว่าเวลาเราแบบทดลอง study เนี่ยคือมัน no boundary จริงๆเนาะเขา inspire แบบจนกว่าเขาจะรู้สึกว่ามัน inspire จริงๆแล้วก็เขาใช้คำนี้เนาะเขาใช้คำว่าเหมือนหาจนเจอว่า perfect inspiration คืออะไรและ also perfect shape ด้วยนะคะเราคิดว่ามันน่าสนใจมากที่เขา study จาก 2D เป็น 3D กลับมาที่ 2D แล้วก็ study จนกว่ามันจะเจอ shape ที่มันหลากหลายด้วยคือ collection ใน Antal มันจะไม่เหมือนกันเลยอะแปลว่าคนที่เป็น user ก็จะหาเรียกว่า perfect shape ของเขาด้วยนะคะ inspire มากๆเนาะแต่เรายังมีอีกหนึ่งสตูดิโอนะคะที่รับรองว่าน่าสนใจไม่แพ้กันแน่นอนนะคะอย่างที่บอกว่าเขา study material หรือวัสดุแบบจริงจังมากๆจนมันเกิดเป็นชิ้นงานเป็น space เป็น architecture นะคะเจอกับเขาเลยนะคะคุณพัชรดานะคะ in แปลงจาก Showmaker ค่ะ
สวัสดีค่ะ Okay, thank you, VNB and Crystal Home for having me here today. I gonna speak in Thai in just important essence of essay. So today gonna be the English version of my lecture. So it's not lecture. I just want to share something that I have done since I worked for the studio, and I don't know it's related directly with the things that the guys that just finished or not, but I think it's gonna be help a lot with some designer. Maybe we can share something later. Okay, I'm Tui Pasharada. I'm co-founder of Showmaker. We are Chiang Mai based design and maker. Mainly, we not just do the architecture, but we also like cooperate the builder teams and the craft people working really intimate with me. So I have to mention our background a little bit because we live in Chiang Mai. So it's really different atmosphere from Bangkok. So that's why we comes up with some part of our life experience. That is the main thing that we living there. I think all of the personal skill and all of the skill that grown up is always comes up from the really direct experience, personal experience. เหมือนทักษะบางอย่างในชีวิตมันไม่ได้เกิดจากแผนที่ที่คนอื่นให้เราไว้อะค่ะที่สตูดิโอจะเชื่อว่าถ้าเราอยากจะรู้เรื่องใดจริงๆเนี่ยต้องเอาตัวเองไปสัมผัสกับเหมือนมีประสบการณ์โดยตรงกับมันจริงๆ so the thing that our main culture in studio is not just doing the work in the office but we spend a lot of portion of times not only us we have a really strong community of designer and anthropology the landscape people and a lot of professors that start trekking with us for 10 years more than 10 years and it's not just this is the hobby that we want to go to understand the nature but we have to understand and truly read it can understand and read it really honestly as a human being not as a designer so this is the thing that we start to do more than 10 years more and more actually a lot of Bangkok designer base join our trip in every single year so more and more growth of community that we doing it and it's just not about the hobby as I mentioned the things that we do is something super essential we just cook we just talk not about the design but talking about something be human being some really basic skill to relevance in that sort of situation and we found we develop a lot of the understanding and the hand skill and the way that we looking at things from this sort of activity in our studio so we grow up like this for 10 years already I found Shoemaker in 2018 so we do like this before I do Shoemaker so this quite strong community and other things that's important for me is not because we have the nice geography to have allow us to trekking in the northern parts of Thailand and in the rural area of Thailand let's say we still have the really authentic vernacular architecture that many people, I think many people learn in the school of architecture that we still have a lot of like indigenous or ethnic work or a lot of vernacular architecture, but we always see from the picture or we always see from the slide that professor give up. So the thing that we do is we try to go there and stay there for a week and try to understand like a really humble read it as honestly as we do more and more like many village that we reach and we camp like camp with the villager and just record some architectural language that might be useful or not useful but anyway it's really nice to see and we found that source of language of the design is really cut off the unnecessary essence of design out. When the people in this area design, they not think about the aesthetic. They think about the things that really necessary to use just that. So let's say vernacular architecture for me is something super like lean and don't have any over design in their language. So it's really useful and it's clean up your mind when you have to see a lot of things nowadays. So actually when people ask what is the method or what is our mentality, I always mention this word maybe is a base define of us. We interest in flow craft. We don't interest in the high craftsmanship, the traditional, the conventional things. We really interest in flow craft that normal people still deliver it and make it hands. We have the material research team. So for example, if we really interest in ceramic, so we want to start from the earthen pigment in the northern part of Thailand. Ceramic, like the Asian way to burn the ceramic, to burn the brick. So when we really interest in what source of material, we will start from the most really small thing and develop it into, finally it's turned into the raw material of architecture. For example, this is the workshop that we do. Firstly, we collect some the earthen pigment, and after that, we start to collect what source of the clay that we have in northern part of Thailand. And after that, we let our friends, that ceramics people, to teach us how to burn it in the single burn. And after it, maybe you can develop into the first burn and the second burn. So it can be you're gonna understand the whole process, since brick to the ceramic. That's gonna be really effective with your work. Every single time you have to spec something, you're gonna know what is the condition, what is the limitation of each material. I think this is quite important to perceive it and experience it by ourselves. So the client will be really confident with us when we propose them something really weird. They're gonna confident with us. So as I tell, we trekking a lot, and in the northern part of Thailand, we collect the pigment and the coloring and the physical of the earthen pigment in the northern part. And after that, you can know the source of the clay in the northern part of Thailand, from Lampang to Mueang Gung. So they have the totally different range of the color and the physical as well. So you can turn it into some raw material parts, or sometime, Okay, anyway, actually this picture needs to be, this is the mapping of the ceramic record, that we record all the big kinds and the ceramic things in only in Chiang Mai province, that we found a lot of things that we can spec in nearest size of the construction. The way is you not record only the beautiful arrangement of the color, but in the same time for the economic and the reason of the construction. So you have to record a lot of location of all the big kilns and the ceramic factory. And you're gonna find we have more than like 30 ceramic factory in Chiang Mai. And as Sebastian mentioned, ceramic is super tricky material. So that's why we have to understand, and we have to understand the technique of each factory that can produce the thing for us. So I think this one may be the project that's the first project that we proposed, the Pototo, like OR, the quite big organization. The first day that we proposed them, they even not get the final image of this building, because we just proposed them something really simple. We tell, okay, you guys want to redo the facades cover of your old gas station, right? So the thing that we want to do is we want to find the nearest ceramic factory that can do this ceramic for you, that you really, and you not spend money much in shipping thing. So we even don't have any rendering. We just pitching with them that, okay, we want to use with the local material that we know a lot of ceramic factory in Chiang Mai. So we want to do cladding your new gas station with the ceramic facades, but we really don't know how to produce it at that time. That ship back to, we have the resources of the material that's come up because of this project. And the thing that's quite important is, before you're going to work with the factory, I really appreciate that the guys try to do the hands-on thing, the model things, because before you can work with the factory, approach them like this, you have to working with the small artisans that do the real mock-up for you, because ceramic is something gonna be extend and decrease the size like 50% after you burn. And ceramic also have many techniques. You can use rampage, you can use the molding. So each factory, they have the potential to produce in different techniques. So this is the thing that we learned from this project to produce the ceramic facades. And in the same time, you have to design the basket that allow every single pieces to be can movable a little bit, because when you burn ceramic, you really don't know exactly size final is burned. So this is the thing that happened. The thing that happened in this project is actually is really simple. We want to reclad the facades of the gas station with the ceramic, but the important things we're talking is about how to use the most nearest factory that most potential to produce it. The reason that we have to do that is because when you use the pieces from that factory to cladding in the gas station in their neighborhood, it means they're gonna see their work every single day. There's something more important, not just you get the beautiful facades, but the people that produce this sort of facade gonna pass this gas station every day, and they're gonna see their work. And I think this is quite good, and it's really natural. We not necessary to tell PTTOR that this is the CSR for you, that you're working directly with community, because this is real. Finally, the money that have to distribute for the facades directly distribute to the people that the gas station client. So this is talking about the circular economic, not just do the beautiful building or just do the craftsmanship in the area. So this project quite successful, because after that, we clad only one building, right? But after that, we have more of the friends that start to understand that we have the area of can do the ceramic. So after that, this factory get a lot of order, even from abroad, from Singapore as well. Some of the designers in Singapore also have to produce ceramic from here, because their technique is quite stable, and it can turn into this can carry their business until nowadays. So this is final of the final building of that ceramic facade. I not complicated thinking about the aesthetics, so we just need some luster clad, some luster effect to just reflect the different sun and the sky in different time, because that facade is quite high. It directly with the sky reflect. So we don't do some complicated, we just want the luster class. Oh, again. It's okay. Actually, this have to be the reclaimed wood map. Okay. From the ceramic, we will shift to something that maybe in Thai is a really big topic to use wood nowadays, because we don't have the forest industry like a not like a illegal forest industry in Thailand. Okay, so in northern parts of Thailand, when you see the work of the architect in northern part of Thailand, you're gonna find they use wood a lot. It's not because we rich. It's a misunderstanding. Actually, we use wood a lot because we have the resource of reclaiming wood. A lot of the area spread around northern part of Thailand, and in the middle part of Thailand as well, you have the really big area in Bang Ban, in Ratchaburi as well. So this is alternative material that designer use more nowadays, and I found the price if you use in northern part of Thailand is cheaper than new wood from the sawmill. So, and it's stable, it's not extend or not bend anymore. So that's why we now working on the reclaimed wood a lot, and not just working with that, we want to record it as a map. That's not sure. Actually, it's gonna have some yellow part there in the border that missing. This border between Chiang Mai and Lamphun, the Kobanti, there is a lot of reclaimed wood area that we can find, a lot of reclaimed wood used in our project. And when you want to working with the reclaimed woods, also you have to record the language of the wood that you found. And this also is like a local technique that we always found in northern parts of Thailand. And we always borrow this sort of language to use in our project. And I found this is like a standard language of using soft wood that we use in Thai architecture, because if some people used to do that, you can refine from that and you can do better from that. And the local builder teams also see and understanding, and it's gonna be not too complicated to doing on this language. But some of the language is so clever, but it's really things like for the rice band in the corner right hand there. Another thing is wood, because the rain is going to be attached directly. So this is the thing that we manage to use the material that we get in the domestic area that we have it, and we start to collect and mapping it in our system. And also we have some mock-up and try to understand the chemical things that have to use on the wood. But it's some parts of the mock-up do in the studio, and next part maybe install in the construction site. And we're gonna find this thing is something look really tough and really raw things. But finally, if you understand to use the architecture and the interior in the same element. So you're gonna get the result like this in the internal. And even the sofa fabric or the things always inspired from our burning pattern. So it's gonna be something that we collaborate with the owner to do some sort of the project. And in the northern part of the land, it's not just because we have a lot of reclaimed wood area. We also have some local wisdom. We call like the used engine oil. We call naman kilo, or it's really toxic with the insect. And you can use this at the decking, and you can redo it again like in every year. It's really cheap. You can ask from the motorcycle fixing shop and mixing with some benzene or things, and you can use this in your decking. So something like this we get from our builder. We not get from our academic sector. This sort of thing is come from the personal experience that they working with wood for a long time, and they tell us how to treat the wood. So this thing that's happened in our studio. And yeah, as I mentioned, I think Aesop maybe this is the first street level store in Thong Lo 13, Thong Lo 13. So the thing that we do something really easy. We want to define the shop with the micro domestic material that they have. So when you go there, you're gonna see some of the element coming by wood, and the floor is just normal polished concrete. The sink is come from the Thai granite that you use as the mortar, something really, really simple, and not try to not import anything much, because this is their philosophy. But the nice thing when we first visit is they have a lot of teak floor in the previous site. This picture is the teak floor. And after the site is hands over from the landlord to the contractor, we ask us to take off all the floor. That is the pack, that's the previous floor. And other things that we try to use the really flow tectonic in some parts of the furniture that really wisdom and really authentic as well. But after that, can we reopen the slide again, because I think the file is quite bad. Okay, ไม่เป็นไรค่ะ Okay, นี่ก็ได้ This is the previous floor that we found in the existing building of Aesop Thong Lo. So previously is other fabric shop. We take off and we archive it. And after we archive it, we turn it into some enclosed space in the middle of the shop. We call Fa Lai room. For the sensation, they have one product SKU, that is the perfume. So we need some enclosed space to the people can experience that, quite dark, quite atmospheric. So we take off all the previous floor from the previous one, archive it, fronts of the shop as a VM as well that we produce in our studio to them. So finally, we're gonna file. We use some truss of the column to use this as some highlight of the product that hang in the column. Is the way that we thinking about to using thing in the side, and if we get something out from the sides, how we gonna express it as the way that they used to be, at least as we cutting it or try to transform it, but just put it in the right position and just put the nice function on this. So it's turned into this sort of work. And I will end up with really some project that I think not much people see, but I think this project can define as what kinds of architects as IB and what kinds of our thinking in our design. So this one is a pavilion in Asa, like an architect fair back in like I think 3 years ago. So we get commission to do some thematic pavilion from one laminate brand. Okay, I not mention the name, but one laminate brand. And the thing that's happened every single years in Architect Expo is a lot of suppliers sacrifice more than 4 and 5 million per pavilion to show up, to showcase the product. I think it's quite I think it's, I don't know, maybe they sell a lot so they can do that, but in my opinion, I think it's too much. And finally, the money that you do that is turned into the marketing cost for every single architect that have spec in their work. So I just tell them, okay, how about we build really low and every single pieces can turn back to your